Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. So on the Solana chart, we've certainly seen some kind of a low form. There is a local low certainly in place. This is also what we've been watching for in this blue target area. Somewhere we wanted a low to form, possibly in the white count, even as a higher low, which has happened. But as I said, it's only a local low at the moment. If that is turning into a more substantial low, will only be determined, I guess, in the next 24 hours, next 48 hours, if the price can break above the previous swing high located here around $202.20. Why is that so important? That swing high. So why is that so important? It's important because in the short-term bearish scenario, which is highlighted here in yellow, this could turn into some kind of a sideways triangle. Okay, very important. While the price broke, I think briefly, if I remember correctly, broke briefly above resistance. Yeah, here broke above the 50% retracement. If we're dealing with a sideways triangle, that initial break of resistance isn't so important, because to calculate resistance and to mark the completion of a wave 4 triangle, A, B, C, D, E, it matters where the E wave ends, which will be here, right? And this would likely be below resistance. So yeah, we haven't really seen a sustained break above resistance, and the reaction from this swing low is kind of corrective. Looking at the decline that happened, looks a bit impulsive actually, at least looks weak. Okay, if it's a triangle, it would be corrective as well, but the main takeaway is that there is still the potential for one more low, which however cannot fully be ruled out if we break above $202.20, but the likelihood for it will reduce. Okay, so that means I think in the next, let's say 24-48 hours, the focus needs to be on whether the last swing low holds, which is an absolute must in the white count, so that's at around $176, and whether we can break above the $202.20 level, which is also an absolute must in the white count, and would eliminate or invalidate the idea of a triangle pattern, which actually we can label here on the chart. Triangles are so-called ABCDE patterns: A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave. And in this pattern then the C wave would ideally form a lower high, the D wave a higher low, the E wave a lower high, and then maybe one more low in wave 5. But the good news is, if it's a triangle, there should only be one more low. So I want to track that triangle. Again, very important, a break above $202.20. While it will formally invalidate the triangle, it will not invalidate one more low, because the wave 4 could just be an ABC structure, go a little bit higher before it breaks down, but then it would be quite high. Either way, the only way to really confirm that the white count is unfolding would be a 5-wave move up above $229. That's far away, and bear in mind, on the larger time frame, the 5th wave up that we're tracking or starting to track after a reaction to the support area would have to be an ABC structure as well. And A waves can be 3-wave movements, which means, because this is part of a larger diagonal pattern, as discussed in detail in previous videos, we cannot rely on 5-wave movements. What I want to say is, don't necessarily assume just because we see corrective movements, and this looks corrective at the moment, we couldn't go up higher. We can. We don't need a 5-wave move up, but a 5-wave move up will be a clear signal. There's a difference. So that means diagonals are usually more difficult to track and trade exactly because of that. But for now, I gave you all the parameters. I think we have a triangle to watch there. We have a potential breakout pattern to the upside to watch. And even if there is one more low, it might just be another marginally lower low. But I'm not convinced yet that we are breaking out here. I'm not convinced about the white count. Probability is balanced at the moment, but I would say there's a good chance that this is forming some kind of a triangle, maybe over the holiday period. But we'll keep an eye on it. Overall, I'm still tracking the idea of another high, and I'd still like to see a bullish resolution from here. Whether that means, okay, we make another low on the micro level first or not, I guess the market will decide in real time. The parameters are clear. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, Make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.